If you missed it before, we're Chase and Jacqueline, two RV newbies who decided to take the leap of faith and plunge headfirst into boondocking for 30 whole days with zero experience. We have planned a route through New Mexico and Colorado, and we'll be taking you along with us for the mistakes, adventures, views, and challenges all along the way. We've just arrived in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and spent our first day and night boondocking. Of course, it did not come without challenges. Day one left us with a soaking wet house from a storm when we were in the caverns hiking, but nothing's gonna break our spirits today. So here we go, the first few days of boondocking. Waking up on our first full day, or day 2 of our adventure, if we're being accurate, we are shocked by how stunning the views really are. With gorgeous mountain views, wild sunrises, and plenty of wide open space, we are looking forward to having a slow morning together, as mountain time threw us for a loop, and it's only 6 a.m. here.
We are heading out on our first adventure of the day. Right, JC? Going for a little walk. We found some other campers, and we're just walking down the street, checking it out. Here we go. Too hot for you, buddy?
As you see, we decided to start our boondocking trip in a more parking lot style area to ensure we could figure out where to go and even how to begin. I would highly recommend this for anyone who's just getting their feet wet and learning how to boondock. Even though we aren't surrounded by amazing dog trails or other things, we still have space for Duke to roam.
Oh no.
It's 6 p.m. and we're noticing dark clouds are rolling in, and fast.
That looks like a storm!
And since I learned yesterday to never trust mountain weather reports, we're getting a little worried.
All right, Chase has just finished washing all the dishes. Thanks, Chasey. We're making spaghetti and meatballs. We are heating it up. We're trying not to use our microwave because we then have to turn the inverter on. The generator. Sorry. Same thing, right? No. Chase says, oh, okay. And that was day 1 or day 2.
What? 2.
2.
2. Wow.
It was very hot today. We spent a lot of the day trying to figure out if we had enough space to run the generator and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have to run it most of the day though at all.
No, we only ran it the last few when I was sweltering to death.
Yeah.
So, day 2, we're gonna have dinner. Bye!
Only an hour or so later, and we're noticing a huge storm rolling in. And unfortunately, it's actually hail. The entire RV is like a tin box being dumped on. I will say that storms don't really bother me in the RV, but this one was loud. Let's just hope there's no damage to the RV come tomorrow morning. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, even after that huge storm last night, and no damage was found on the RV, thank goodness. But we did get a lot of muddy paw prints from our little friend Duke. Once we cleaned that up, we decided to head over to the Slaughter Canyon Cave Trail. This is part of the Carlsbad Caverns National Park, but it has a little casual hiking trails that we can enjoy. This is a peak between the 2 largest peaks of the mountain, and it's just stunning and so relaxing.
We are off to hike North
Slaughter Canyon.
North Slaughter Canyon. Why would they name it that? That's so many words.
Carlsbad National Forest. How about that?
Either way, we're heading off to do a quick hike after work today. It is day 3 of boondocking. And so far, we haven't killed each other.
We survived.
We've only showered once, though, so we'll see. I would like to also show you Chase's outfit. I don't understand it, but it's great.
We got the thorn protection, the rolling ankle protection,
Right.
the sun protection.
You look very, very realistic. I look like I'm just walking, so all right. Let's go.
We head into the trailhead, and honestly, the peace I find from just the crunch under my feet is insane. It's like nothing is out here but us. Also, sorry, but I am wearing the same leggings as day 1. The one thing I did not prepare for is that laundry becomes a luxury during boondocking. I'll only be washing when absolutely necessary, so you are going to see a lot of the same outfits. Sorry. Okay, so I stopped for one quick second to get the perfect angle of this gorgeous mountainside, and all of a sudden...
Oh no, I'm lost. Where are you? God, I'm so lost. I don't know where Chase is. Got him.
Turns out I just took the wrong turn and ended up on some random path. Although for a moment, I thought I was entering a very dark survival documentary in which I would not have made it out alive.
Found you.
All right.
That's the Brinkley. It's way out there. There we are. We're done with our hike.
All right, how far do you think we went?
0.2 miles.
0.2 miles?
Yeah, it didn't feel like we went very far.
We were gone for about an hour.
Dang!
We gained 118 feet in elevation, not that much. Our speed was okay. It's faster than I thought. 1.7 miles an hour.
Okay.
So, you're about gone an hour, 1.7.
1.7 miles. Love that you used that math. We definitely could have gone farther. Well, it says it was that way, and we went that way. It's pointing that way, but we went this way.
That's the cave. Cave's that way.
Oh.
Trail's this way. So we made it to here.
That's pathetic. Distance 10 miles to do the whole thing.
So we did this. We only did that right there, out of all of that.
Oh, we basically did nothing.
All of that.
Okay, all right. We're done. Off we go.
Good evening stroll.
Love you.
Love you.
Chase, what do you feel like?
I am the safari guide.
It's the hat, I
That's
think.
my, yeah.
I think it's the hat. Oh,
That's my
yeah.
sun hat.
We head back home to the most fluffy looking cotton candy clouds in the sky. And Chase grills an amazing meal while we watch the most breathtaking mountainside sunset. And I can't help but think,
Not a bad life. Hello, welcome back to our boondocking adventures. We don't even know what day it is anymore, so
It's a Thursday.
it's a Thursday. There you go. So we wanted to come and pop in, give you guys an update on our boondocking, as well as talk about a couple things that I think we're starting to learn pretty quickly, and we'd like to share them along with everybody else. So I'm gonna loosen my hat so I don't look like such a dweeb. So I think number one was the power source.
Yeah, it's actually been pretty good here. We had a lot of sunlight. There's
We've had a lot of
no
sun.
cover trees to worry about.
True.
So that's been really nice, but I think we've taken a couple of those days for granted because like today the sun didn't come out for a while because it was raining.
Yes.
that
So
was
we didn't
definitely-
our battery didn't start charging until around noon. So
Yeah.
we were using more power than was coming in. So for us who were both working, I didn't even turn my computer on this morning. I did everything I could for my phone first. Chase had his computer on, so things like that. We just took advantage to come on out for a little walk. Now it is sunny, so we can get Duke out, but also so our battery can charge a little bit
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
we're gone without us using it, since I've got a lot of filming to get done this afternoon.
Well, you have to wait to at least have enough battery, maybe to shower, turn all the lights on for your
Yes.
filming, kind of all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to wait for it to be the right time of day, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. So we did get some charging going. That's one thing. Another thing is we've been really conscious about our water. We're not even sure that we've used it
Yeah.
all. I finally washed my hair for the first time. So since we got here,
I mean, we've taken showers though, almost every other day though.
yeah,
at
every
least.
other day. I mean, quick showers is not like whatever. Like I turned the water off when I shaved my legs. Like it was, we were trying to use the water a little bit better, but I don't think we've been like overly conservative by any means. Like we're not
Yeah.
doing those boondocking like the dishes when people put like a splash of water in a paper towel. Like we're washing things normally.
Yeah.
We're on our
we're
washing
trying to be
machine.
conscious.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I think that we've so pretty much made it the whole week with the water. I think that's pretty much a good sign. We're looking for some fresh water because we're going to need to refill when we head to our next location. We are off to the white sand. Why can I never say what these things are
The
called?
White Sand Dunes
The
National
White
Park.
Sand- The White Sands Dunes. The White Sand Dunes National Parks. There we go. We heard some really great things. We had a friend give us advice. The only thing he said was bring a compass and bring something to slide down the dunes on.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be bringing those two things.
A little
That's
sled.
all we know about it so far. Otherwise, we'll keep updating you guys throughout the weekend. We'll see you at White Sands Dunes if not.
I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning absolutely freezing. As you can tell, I'm still wearing my hat and my big blanket and everything. It is so cold here. Since we decided to boondock in more of the southern states, I never thought we'd have to think about the fact that it could get really cold. But last night I did. I woke up and I think it said it was about 36 or 34 degrees Fahrenheit and 32 is freezing. So I started panicking because, like I said, I hadn't even considered this fact. So I didn't want to wake Chase up. He was peacefully asleep and obviously not cold enough. I figure only one of us had to suffer. So I went to check on turning on the holding tanks. We do have tank heaters. So the water that's sitting in our freshwater tank, as well as our gray and black tanks, need to be heated because if they freeze, the water could freeze in the pipes, it can freeze inside the holding tanks, they can burst and cause damage. So I was really worried about that and wanted to ensure that I did make sure that they were heated. So I was glad that we had that feature. So I went to go turn them on. I wasn't sure if I needed a generator or if I could run them on batteries. So then I spent another maybe 30 minutes trying to research that, trying to find like the online manuals going on. If you're not familiar, Brinkley has a really awesome hub page on their website. So you can actually click right on it and it will like give you videos and manuals and all kinds of information. So that was at least super easy. I went on the Facebook page and started researching. I couldn't really figure it out. So I did end up determining you could turn on battery. So no problem. I flipped it on and I was like, okay, great. Dozed back off, woke up around 6 and we literally shot out of bed because all of a sudden everything just died. It literally was like one of those apocalyptic movies where it's like, or whatever that sound is, you know what I'm talking about. We got super worried because I didn't know if your battery could die. We were told if your battery goes to zero, you're absolutely screwed. You're gonna have to buy like a $10,000 new battery. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know. That's just what the salesperson had told us when we picked up our RV. So I wasn't 100% sure if that was true or not, but I don't need to screw around with that. So I started freaking out. I was like, oh my God, our battery died. It went to zero. So Chase went outside. He had to pump the generator a few times to get it to turn back on and get the battery charging again. There was no solar that early in the morning. So we were getting a little stressed because I didn't know how we were going to get power to our house. That generator did eventually kick back on. It just took a few times. We let the power start. We let the battery start charging and we got power back on. But I will tell you a couple of things to note now that I know that power is not infinite and I do need to be more conscious of it. A few things we've learned is to unplug everything at night. Anything that does not need to be plugged in when there's no solar coming to your battery, we want to ensure that you're turning anything off. So computer screens, lamps, anything you're not using naturally, turn off. You can turn the inverter off if you're gonna just have it off for a few hours. So if we're sleeping, the refrigerator's staying completely closed. If you need to turn the inverter off, that is what powers that refrigerator. It does suck a lot of power. So I only have turned it off twice since we started. We don't plan on turning it off all the time, but I do think if we're gonna run tank heaters or anything that we're worried about, I do want to turn the inverter off because it sucks most of the power. The next thing is to charge any of your devices during the day. Phones, computers, cameras, anything. Plug all that stuff in during the day so that you can save the most amount of power so that you can use the solar power as it's being replenished. So during the day, if you have 100% solar, you can continue replenishing it if you have a lot of sunlight. So charging all those things during the day instead of at night, like we usually think about is like plugging things in when we're not using them. So those are a couple tips we've learned so far. We are also considering expanding our battery power now. So we'd like to get more battery and maybe more solar as well. Surprisingly, we've actually gotten a lot of solar with all the sun here. So we are really pleased with that choice because I just wish we had more batteries to store the solar because by the time night comes, we have to run the generator for a few minutes. So lesson learned, we did not explode everything, but our battery did fall to zero and we did almost damage it. Good thing it just took a little bit and it started recharging again and we are both in a huge sigh of relief. But that's it for boondocking. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. We wrapped up the day with fresh air, a solid few bullseyes, okay, mostly Chase, and another generous sunset in the books. But tomorrow we try to dump our RV tanks for the first time into our portable bladder tank. Spoiler, it does not go well. Water everywhere, macerator broken, and we end up with sewer spillage stuck in the pipes. So yeah, tomorrow is gonna be messy. Make sure to come back for the full video tomorrow, and don't forget to subscribe to Travel Reimagined so you never miss a video of our full 30 Days of Boondocking series.
This hose is like really kinky, so I hope that's not gonna be a problem. But
Famous last words. Okay, if I get shot with poop, I'm divorcing you. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
let's hit the road, Jack.